welcome to Harmony Baptist Children's Corner. My name is Dave. This is COVID Home Edition 61 for June the 13th. How's it going? How you doing? All right. If we were in class, this is what we do. I do this, and I'd say, this is what I'd say. I'd say, our class is fun because we're all friends. And it's true. And when we're sitting in class, we all know each other. We're all friends. It's cool. But sometimes we go places where we're not surrounded by our friends, and it's not good. Let's imagine an activity. This is what I would have us do. If we were, now imagine, I want you to imagine this, because this is what we would do if we were in class. I would take you all out into the gym. Alright? Then I would say close your eyes. So you can do that right now, even if you want. Close your eyes and imagine this. Alright? Close your eyes that you're in the gym. And then I'd say you're not allowed to talk. And I'm going to turn all the lights off. So, and then I'd make it dark. So like not even no light coming through any of the doors or anything. So you're in the dark, you close your eyes, you're not allowed to talk, and I want you to hold yourself like this. And what I want you to do is walk around until you bump into somebody else, and then walk around together with that until you bump it, until you're like a big blob of your whole class. But don't forget, you're not allowed to talk, and you're not allowed to move your hands from here. You're just allowed to walk around. Now imagine how that happening. You're in the dark, you've got your eyes closed, and you can't feel out. You're like this. How are you feeling? Do you think you would feel lonely? Do you think you'd feel all by yourself, that there's nobody around? Do you think you'd feel lonely? Yeah, loneliness is what we're talking about this week. It's a very, and I want to talk specifically about loneliness with kids. And I'm not talking children, I'm talking like age 10 to 15. All right? Loneliness is a very serious thing for you. There's a very significant portion of children that age, like 1 in 10%, who have serious loneliness, and it can lead to worse things like depression, and where actually they're doing physical things to themselves. And it's just, loneliness it can be a terrible thing. Now, how do you know somebody's lonely, or why would people feel lonely? They went to some junior kindergarten, senior kindergarten, grade 1, and they asked them that. They said, what's loneliness? And this is what they came up with in their answer. Being sad and alone. That's a really good answer, because that's exactly what it is. You're sad. Most people who are lonely, when you start recognizing that you're lonely, you're sad about it, and you're alone. And then they said to them, well, where does loneliness come from? And this is what they said. Having nobody to play with. I like that, having nobody to play with. Well, I mean, that's pretty much true. And you're alone, and you're sad, and you're lonely, because you got nobody with you. And the answer? Well, how do you overcome this? How do you fix it? Kindergarten, grade 1, they said, find friends. Just find friends. It seems simple, but it's not always that simple. I mean, there are some serious reasons. Somebody your age could have a reason for loneliness. You have conflict at school. You have conflict at home. You move to a new school, you move to a new neighborhood. Or you lose a friend, you actually lose a friend, somebody ghosts you or something. Or you lose actually something else, you lose like your favorite ball glove. Or even a pet, you lose your pet, you know. This can make you sad, and you feel alone, you know. If your parents divorce, or if somebody close to your family dies, or like your pet dies. These are things that can make you feel alone and sad, and you start feeling lonely. And what can we do about it? What do you do about loneliness? Well, I got a story I'm going to tell you. All right, and I like doing this. This was fun, so I'm going to do it again. I want you to do my friend Sammy. All right, or not Sammy, I'm sorry. This is his friend Sammy, and this is my friend Pockets. All right, I'm going to do this because I had fun doing it last time. All right. Hey, Pockets, looks like you got yourself a special friend there. Yeah, this is Sammy. I keep him with me when I'm feeling lonely. That way I don't feel so all alone. Well, why are you feeling lonely there, Pockets? You got a lot of friends here, you know? Yeah, I know. But I was feeling lonely at bunny school. My friend Sarah didn't want to play with me because another bunny bought some really fun toys. And they played together and they left me out. Well, wasn't there other bunnies for you to play with? Yeah, but no one wanted to play in the sandbox with me. They were all playing hop-along tag. So I played all by myself. Oh, pockets. So we can all feel left out and alone sometimes. Here, let me tell you a story. I'll tell you the story too. There was this time when Jesus went to Samaria. Jesus was walking through Samaria, and he was thirsty. So he stopped at a well, and while he was at the well, a woman walked up to the well and said to her, "Could you give me a drink?" And she said, "Why should I give you a drink?" And he started talking to her, and he became her friend. He knew that she was lonely. So he talked to her like a friend, and he became her friend and said, "I'll always be your friend." And, well, how do we know that she was lonely? How did he know that she was lonely? Well, she was there in the middle of the day. Jesus got there, it was like the middle of the day. She's there in the middle of the day by herself. Now, and she's getting water, like water for her family, the jug, you know, go to the well, get the water, bring it home. Wouldn't that be something you do in the morning? I think so. And I think you do it with lots of the other people. Like all the women gather together and they get their jugs and they all go and they bring their children and they go to the well and talk all the way there and then talk all the way back. And then they'd be ready for the day. And I think that she was avoiding them. I think she didn't want to be with the other woman. I think they were probably going to make fun of her and talk about her. And I'll tell you why. Because Jesus told her, he said, "You've had 5 husbands and you're living with another guy." So I imagine all the other women, they would go, that woman, and she probably didn't want to listen to it. So she went in the middle of the day. So I think she was lonely. And Jesus said to her, "I can be your friend. I can be your friend always, forever, forever and ever." And he told her how it was done. That sounds like that woman was lonely. Well, and then Jesus came along, and he was her friend? Well, he sure was. And he'll be your friend too. He's even better company than Sammy. I guess it's okay to be alone with Jesus is with me. That way I'm never really alone at all. Did you hear that, Sammy? I'm never alone. So the next time you see someone who's lonely, maybe you can tell them that too. Jesus is with us when we're lonely. Hey, have a seat there, pockets, and relax, and I gotta talk a little more. It's true. Jesus is always with us. God will always be there. He promises. He says, "I'm always there." Jesus will always be your friend. Now, that's nice words to say, but how does that manifest itself? How do we make that work? Well, one of the things is when you see, and I know you see people who are by themselves. For instance, let's say we're having to play a game, and everybody pair up, and you all pair up. Or like when we do swim at camp, and we have a buddy system. Everybody get into buddies. And sure enough, buddy, there's one over here and one over here. And what do everybody says? Okay, well, you 2 guys go together. Well, if those 2 guys wanted to go together, they'd have already done it. They'd have said, "Oh, he's by himself. Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah." They'd have done that, but they didn't because they didn't want to. They're probably shy. They're probably nervous. They're looking like they're lonely. They're feeling lonely. And they need someone to help them out. Not to say, "Okay, you 2 guys go together." But they need someone to say, "Come on, I'll be with you." So when I challenge you, as the Jesus follower, the guy who's confident, the one who went to somebody else and went, "Come on, you and I, we're partners, right? We're gonna win, right? Yeah, we're the best, you're the best, I'm the best, we're the best together, we're gonna win." I want you to say to that person, "By the way, if you go with him and I go with her, I'm gonna beat you anyways. Because I'm the best, and not you." And challenge that way. And this way you can get that person involved, and they can get that person involved. You still got a challenge, you're still gonna have fun, but they don't have. When they get stuck together, they're like this. But when you go and join them, you're like, "Come on, come on, come on." And he's like, "Come on, come on, come on." And pretty soon, you know, they're going, "Okay, we're coming." And they're in there. I challenge you to be that person. That one who does that, steps up, and is that buddy, that friend for that lonely person. And don't forget, if it's you who's being that lonely person, it's really true. I'm speaking completely honestly. God is always your friend. Jesus will always be there for you. Talk to him. Just say, "Hey, God, what up? I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling depressed. I need something to help me out." Just somebody to talk to, just something. Let him know. Talk to God, because he's your buddy. He's your friend. He'll always be there. All right, that's what I got. Don't be lonely. Do better. But if you are, remember, Jesus is your friend. See you later.